Hawthorne Bank in Liberty is a proud supporter of the Liberty School District. At Hawthorne Bank, we understand the importance of a strong community and a strong school district. We also understand the importance of a strong financial future for our school district's families and for our local businesses.
I'm Melissa Hubble.
I'm Mariah Imler.
I'm Terry Hayter.
I'm Lynn McClure.
I'm Nick Richmond, and Hawthorne Bank is proud to support KLPS and the Liberty Public School District.
Hawthorne Bank, with you every step. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Jays, this is Coach Friggin. I'm here with our weekly press conference. Last week we played at Truman, had a good win down there at Truman, picked up our 6th win of the season, and it was a nice week for us, coming off of 2 really close losses, and hopefully it'll be something we can build some momentum off of as we go into our last final regular season game and then go on into our district and into the playoffs. So like I said, it was a positive experience for our team. We felt like they prepared well, went down and played well in a away game, and can hopefully pull that out as we go on to Lee Summit North this week to play a 6A opponent at Lee Summit North. I'll go ahead and open it up for some questions.
How do you think that this last big win that you had positively affected the team after the 2 losses?
Well, is one thing with us starting off hot and going 5-0 to start the season, and then having those 2 losses that came down to the last possession, really close losses. I think it was good to get the kids to get their confidence back a little bit, and had this game where we played well, scored over 50 points, and had a shutout going deep into the 4th quarter. So it was probably our best performance in terms of how well we executed during the game. And like I said, hopefully we can build on that as we play a really tough 6A team coming up this week.
Against Lee Summit North, how do we feel against defending their D1 talent?
Well, they do. When you look at Lee Summit North, they have quite a few players that I believe one's going to Missouri and some other ones have some offers to go to big colleges. They look great on film. And we're going to have to just do what we've done every time and do that, defend with our whole team, and realize that we're going to have to win other parts of the game, win on offense, defense, and special teams, and really make the importance of our team goals that we do every time, going in and be able to run the ball, stop the run, and hopefully win the turnover margin. That helped us a lot this past week. So it'll take all those things to beat this team, and hopefully we'll go down there and, like I said, get better than what we were this past week. We also know that, going into the playoffs, we're going to have a bye week the week after that, so it'll give us a lot of time that we can correct things and help make improvements as we head into postseason play.
How is this team different from past years?
Well, I think you look at this team, they have gelled really well. And a little bit smaller team than we've had in the past in terms of total people on there. But starting with our seniors, we have 20 seniors. They get along well. They respect each other. I don't think when you look at our team, if you practice, if you could tell the person that's all conference or the person who doesn't get to play very much, they all get along and really put forth effort every single day. And those are key components to that. I also feel that they're very respectful and courteous to all of our younger classmen, whether it be sophomores or juniors. They are just a good group of leaders that don't go out and lead because they're seniors. They lead because they're good kids and work hard. So that trickles down. They're all coachable. They're humble, and they know what it takes. They've been through some hard times the past 2 seasons, so they know what it takes to be successful, and have done just a really good job. We're proud of them.
With bigger games coming up like districts, how has your team kind of switched the role and kind of started preparing for that?
Well, when you look at it's one of those things. We know right now that we're going to have a bye week after this week, after our final home game. So we're really concentrating this week on Lee Summit North, and then know that we're going to have to prepare. Then we'll have a 2-week time period where we can prepare for our first upcoming opponent, which depending on how this last week plays out, will be either St. Joe Central or Liberty North. We know that it'll be one of those 2 teams. Both teams that we've played. So then at that point, we'll go back and start by watching when we played them the first time, either week 1 or week 3, and looking at what we did well and what we need to improve on from that first game, and start forming our game plan at that point. But right now, we know districts are coming up, and we're focusing on this Friday night with our last regular season home game.
How does that outstanding victory Friday night motivate you all to be a underachieving yet talented Lee Summit North football team?
Well, yeah, when you look at Lee Summit North, their record, their record's not as good as I'm sure that they'd like it to be. but at the same time, you understand how much talent they have on that team. And it's a team that was very good a year ago and is really, you look at their schedule, they've gone right through that conference that is full of state-ranked teams, whether it be Blue Springs South, Lee Summit West, Ray Peck. All of them are extremely good football teams. And then one of their losses came this last week to Park Hill South. It was a team that we lost to here a few weeks ago who won our conference. So they have had a very tough schedule and have been in a lot of games, and we understand they're a really good football team.
Do you see a difference in how the boys practice coming off of a win versus coming off of a loss?
I think good teams practice the same way all the time, but there's no doubt you can tell when you prepare your entire year for those 10 guaranteed games. When you lose one, it hurts a little bit. And I always talk to our kids, the quote that if you don't invest very much, then winning isn't very exciting and losing doesn't hurt very much. And it's really true. When you lose one of those games, it hurts a lot because you invested a lot. And there is some carryover effect, and it's our job as coaches to get them refocused on the next week. I don't feel like we suffered from that a whole lot during that 2-game losing streak, because we understood that, one, they were both really good football teams, and two, how close we were. But I do think it really allowed us to recognize what are some key reasons why we lost. And we looked at those. We pinpointed special teams, pinpointed running the ball and stopping the rush from the other team, and worked on improving those. And we did those things on Friday night, so hopefully that carries into our next games. All right. Got one more question over here. Go ahead. Yes.
What main objective are you and your team focusing on in order to take the win from Lee Summit?
Well, and I think when you look at what they do, they have a very explosive offense with a lot of people on it. We know that we need to, when we have a situation where we can get them off the field, a 3rd and long, we have to be able to do that, get them off the field and force a punt. Allowing them to make 3rd down conversions will be really hard on us to be successful if we do that. At the same time, offensively, we need to put together drives and possess the football and score when we get the ball, or turn the field when we get the ball and make them go a long ways. Our punt team has been extremely good this year, other than one punt. And I think that's a big phase of our game, to be able to work the field position with that. So hopefully that and our return game stuff can help us in those situations, make their offense have to go a long ways as they play. All right. I'd like to thank you all for coming today, and we'll see you next week as we kind of recap Lee Summit North and head into our bye week. Thank you.
Hawthorne Bank in Liberty is a proud supporter of the Liberty School District. At Hawthorne Bank, we understand the importance of a strong community and a strong school district. We also understand the importance of a strong financial future for our school district's families and for our local businesses.
I'm Melissa Hubble.
I'm Mariah Imler.
I'm Terry Hayter.
I'm Lynn McClure.
I'm Nick Richmond, and Hawthorne Bank is proud to support KLPS and the Liberty Public School District.
Hawthorne Bank, with you every step. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.